You probably feel this too. You probably feel the intensity of Earth right now, of life. It's probably an internal experience, an external experience, and then an external, right? I'm talking about inside your body, and then I'm talking about your perceived reality, your friend circle, your family, your work circle, and then I'm talking about the world, right? And even further, then we talk about like the galaxy, the universe. We're talking about these solar flares. We're talking about this meteor, comet. We're talking about this like layer and layer and layer of chaos. And chaos isn't bad, right? Chaos births beautiful things. Chaos is the thing, the one that makes space for the new. It's the fire that burns down the forest so that new can grow, right? And that's what we've been going through recently, for a while, but significantly recently. And I don't know that it's over yet. I think that similar to earthquakes, there's aftershocks, there's pre-shocks. We could have just had pre-shocks. We could have just been, finishing our aftershocks. I don't know exactly where we are in that mix. It's the same as like when if you're an astrology person, when you read or listen to a reading, like a monthly reading of your sign, it could be like a general reading and it could be for the month of October. But usually the astrologer will say, like, because this is a general reading, it could be this month, it could be next month, it could be next October. Like there is this phase out thing. And so it applies to everybody in different timing, in divine timing, but it can't all happen at once, right? And so depending on your karmic cycles, depending on your conditionings and your patterns and everything, that's when these changes happen within your life. But it's all happening generally right now. And so all this stuff is getting shaken up, right? All these changes are being made, are about to happen. And it is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time on Earth. I know that it doesn't always feel like that. I know that when you're in the midst of things, especially if you're like on this path of choosing to wake up, that means you're going to be confronted with the things that are deepest and darkest. But why do we go to the dark? It's so that we can bring the light through. And when you bring the light through, you alchemize it and you set yourself free. My friend, she asked me to be her guide in a psychedelic journey that she did. And so I said yes, even though, I'm not quite qualified. I've talked about this before on here. But she said, take me to like whatever's holding me back from living my highest potential. And she relived, like literally relived. Like I was her mom, I was other people in her past in this experience for her. And she relived the darkest, scariest day and experience of her life. And so we have to sometimes, and it was terrifying for her. It took her a long time to integrate after. Sometimes we have to, especially if we're choosing to, we have to go to those dark places and we have to turn the lights on. And it's so possible, but it's a choice when you're in it. Because when you're in it, it's dark. You don't know which way to go, left, right, up, down. It can be very confusing. And then there's other factors that we often experience as humans, of victimhood, of fear, of worry, of shame, of guilt, of all these things that are of the 3D that distract you from bringing the light through, turning towards the light, from setting yourself free. Your true essence is free. It is freedom. It is infinite abundance. It is unconditional love. It is fluid. You are everywhere, always. What is that movie? Everywhere, always, something, something, something. But that's true. You're everything. You are part of this one infinite consciousness. There is no limitation to you. We came to Earth in this agreement to forget that about ourselves and to think that we're limited. But right now, what's so powerful and miraculous about Earth is that we are starting to truly wake up to how limitless we are. And the without, right, within and without, the without projection of that is starting to show it, right? We are starting to see Earth do these incredible things. Earth is like my friend, going to that deepest, darkest place of like, okay, I'm just gonna go deep and I'm gonna face it, and then I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna be free. So Earth has had enough, right? Earth cannot sustain this life anymore. This life of holding on to the darkness, of carrying the darkness, right? That's what we do in life. We just walk around. I shared this thing on my Instagram yesterday where it's like those mountains that you are holding on to were only meant to be climbed. And so we're holding on to all this weight that's affecting our health, our well-being, and our future, our present. But really, we can let it go. And how do we let it go? Sometimes the chaos has to happen, right? Oftentimes. And oftentimes we have to go a little bit deeper to the roots, which can feel even more intense than where we're at. So many people don't do that because it's like, this is hard enough. Why would I want to go to the roots? Why would I want to make this harder? But if you're willing to go onto that path and willing to experience and see, right, you are the awareness. The truth of who you are is awareness. And so you have to go to these parts of yourself and see them and bring awareness to them. Go a little bit deeper where it hurts just a little bit more, but then you bring the light through, you bring the awareness through, and you alchemize it. And as you do this, and as you truly bring in this like stoicism and this light, this acceptance of all that is down there within your being, when you turn towards it instead of away from it, you start to become free. You're no longer creating this physical perceived reality, this manifestation of what has been living within your field rent-free, right? You start to have a clean slate. When you change your field, you change matter. You change the perceived reality around you. Miracles happen, right? And so what I've seen in my own human experience is when I do this work and I say no, like, okay, so there's always this part, leap, but also address the subconscious beliefs. Also change your field. Don't just leap. And I'll share this story and then come back to this. But when I was just a few years ago, I was sick with Lyme disease and mold. And I then had, diagnosed PTSD from Lyme disease, which is a thing because in this physical body, going through chronic illness like that and having your whole reality changed and your freedom perceived to be taken away because of this unseen condition and untreatable condition, I had all this fear around ticks. I was afraid to leave my house because I would react to mold and anything that would affect my immune system. I was very, very debilitated for a while. And so then when I went to go, also, I know I'm messy. I just said goodbye to my little horse friend, big horse friend, Fuente. He's been in this, my channel for a few videos. He is going back to racing today because we've just been boarding him here. I'm very, very sad. I didn't realize that I would be so sad. I was like in tears this morning, and I'm in tears because I saw how he was just not loved or cared for and how he's so timid around people. And when you gain an animal's trust, it is like the most magical thing. And so him and I have been building this trust with each other, and he lets me kiss him every morning and hug him, and he plays with me. He just tried to like nip a little bit, but never tries to hurt me. That's just his game. And I know a few stallions like that. So I'm very, very sad. Maybe one day I'll start the fundraiser to save him too when he's done with his career, or the owner will sell. We've asked if he'll sell, so we'll see. Also, thank you to whoever that was that did an anonymous donation to the fundraiser that we have for Lex the pony. We raised the amount that we needed in order to propose the offer. So now we sent the offer in this morning, and we'll see if it's approved. You guys might remember this owner is a little finicky, and whenever he sees money, he's like, more money. Like I offered, like $3,000 for a ladybug, or I offered first the meat slaughter price, and then he said, which was like $1,200 or $1,500, and then he said $9,000, but she has wobblers, and so then we're gonna get back to my story, but then and then he agreed on $3,000 after we raised the money for the other 4 horses. So same owner. Lex should be able to call this forever home soon. So thank you guys so much. We're also accepting donations still on that GoFundMe because there is an outstanding hay bill that the owner has of like $2,000, $2,500. I think it's like $2,000. And right now the hay is really poor quality. There's a lot of mold in it, but we can't really, or she doesn't feel that she can complain because of the outstanding debt. And so all the extra money of that fundraiser does go towards that hay bill so that we can then start saying like we need better quality hay for these horses that are the rescue horses that get to live out their happy lives here. So thank you guys so much for your support. If you still feel like donating, there is a great cause that the money will be going to, and I will keep you updated on the Lex journey. So Lyme disease, fear of ticks. And I went to my dad's place, his farm, where he also has horses in Kentucky. And I decided I'm gonna go out in the field. I'm gonna leap into the field and go on this walk with my stepmom, even though there's really tall grass. I have a lot of fear, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna face my fear. That night I woke up with a tick bite on my collarbone, exactly where I was bit by the previous tick. And I, went into full-blown PTSD for quite a while. It took a long time to come back from that, but I learned a lot in that process of regulation and brain retraining and all that at a very, very deep level, because I had already been practicing that, but at a surface level. Sometimes we have to go deeper to see it. So in a way, that was my gift, and I was able to heal deeper because of that and set myself free because of that. But what my doctor had said, which was very profound to me, was don't go out into the field until you've addressed the fear. So you have to consider that when you leap, you need to also do the work to rewire the subconscious mind, to change your field, to change the patterns. Neurons that fire together wire together. And so I can't emphasize enough how life-changing and miraculous brain retraining is. You get to choose what your associations are. If I just rehearse over and over and over and over that only good things happen to me out in the field, then only good things happen to me out in the field. But you have to spike that, invoke that fear, that neuron of the fear, that neuron of the undesired, of the non-supportive anymore, and then immediately go into the high vibrational thought and feeling and embody it, because that wires together that new set of neurons and it changes your mind, it changes your field, it changes your perceived reality. So you will create miracles in your life if you can do this. And right now, it is the time to do it, because the planet is supporting you, the stars are supporting you, everything within and without is supporting you. There are major shifts energetically going on Earth right now, and you're probably on Earth right now watching this video because you're a part of this great shift into the 5D, into the new consciousness, into the new way of Earth. And so I personally am so passionate about where we're headed, because we are starting to really wake up to animal welfare. We're really starting to wake up to how we need to keep our planet or bring our planet to a healthier state, our environment to a healthier state, how toxic our food is, toxic our water is, toxic our air is. And then there's also the fact that this all has to happen in a progression of humans first waking up, because when you wake up, you start to see that you are the earth. You start to see that the earth is a direct mirror of you. Our people are sick, our earth is sick, and so that is changing. The chaos is happening to shake it all up, to break those patterns, and now it's time to rewire those patterns, and it all starts with you. It all starts within you. So on the grand scale, I think our planet is headed towards a place of really beautiful harmony and health and balance and awareness and heart space and 5D and all these great things. But first, we have to have the chaos. We have to have all these crazy things going on, within politics and within the natural disasters and all this stuff. But hold steady, stay centered. Know that you're on the right path. Know that you're going deeper into these roots so that you can then see it and bring the awareness through, and then choose to rewire it. Choose to bring the light through. Choose to fire a new neuron with the undesired. And you will experience miracles. You will receive the abundance that you truly desire. You will receive the health, the love, the happiness, all the things that you truly desire, they are for you. If you desire them, they are for you. They're already happening in some timeline because time and space are not real. So within the quantum field, you already have everything that you want. It's all possible and available to you if you choose it and move towards it and leap, but also work through the subconscious beliefs and patterns that are holding you back from moving towards that. Simple as that. So you've got this. You really do. As soon as you do this, the abundance starts coming in. The money starts showing up out of nowhere. For example, this horse rescue that I've been doing with you guys, it feels so soul aligned, right? Something has come over me and I get so in love with these horses that are going to the meat slaughter that have a potentially horrible future. And it's so soul aligned to me. I've known this since I was a kid, that I was always going to work with animals. I had the subconscious beliefs telling me that it was never possible for most of my life up until now, because people told me the only way to work with animals is to be a vet, but you won't like vet school because it's a lot of school, and then you have to euthanize animals, so you won't like it. And so then I just never went down that route, and I just believed I couldn't work with animals. But then over the past few years, as I've dedicated my life to rewiring my mind and my subconscious mind and erasing, choosing to let go of all subconscious beliefs that are no longer serving me for my highest good, this opportunity came in to live on this farm randomly on New Year's Eve. This last New Year's Eve, I made a vision board. I was like, why am I feeling so called to putting horses all over my vision board? Okay, did that. Now I live here on this horse farm. Divine intervention brought me back. And so now I'm an official Italian resident. And then as soon as I tell you guys, like, we're doing a fundraiser to save this horse, we have the money like almost immediately, like within days. And so I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful for the algorithm here bringing us together and bringing the right people on the right mission, the most aligned missions together. From the bottom of my heart, it's like the most magical experience to be open to this timeline where, you know, I get to present these opportunities to save these animals, and the people who feel called to get to then give their energy, which money and abundance is just one's energy, towards this cause. And so as you start to go on this journey, you will start to experience this very abundant timeline, whatever it looks like for you. For me, this is a big part of that. So that is an example that I wanted to share with you guys. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your love and support in this journey, for being here, for supporting this channel, for liking this video. It does help. Commenting really does help too. So that helps the algorithm, it helps this channel grow, it helps me save more horses, me spread these messages. If you like them, if you resonate with them, leave a comment. If you don't know what to say, you can say hello, Arlo and Zima. I have so many client calls today. so many client calls today. So I'm gonna go center, do a little visualization, give Fuente one more kiss before he leaves. And then I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. So if you want to donate to the fundraiser, I will link that below. If you want to sign up for my programs, 21 Days to Rewire Your Mind is everything that we talked about today in 21 days. That will support you in this journey of rewiring your mind, firing together new neurons, getting clear with your chosen timeline, visualizing it, choosing it with your free will, moving into it, getting rid of those subconscious beliefs. That program, super powerful. 21 days to know your divine guidance as well, all about going into your heart space, communicating with your angels and guides, learning the language of them. And then 12-week program coming soon. It will be a masterpiece of all things that I love. So thank you guys so much, so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.